In this lesson, we will see how to implement a waiting widget that is displayed in the mod line while we're waiting for a response from OpenAI. Here we have the code that I have already implemented that displays a waiting widget in the mod line while we are waiting for a response from OpenAI. What we are going to do is to send a request to OpenAI in order to see what this code does, and then we are going to try to explain it. So let's call ChatGPT. We are in the prompt buffer and we are asking something that we hope takes a little bit of time. So give me 3 complex example, Python example, like that. So we are going to press Ctrl+C, Ctrl+C and pay attention to the mod line. So we see in the mod line the waiting widget, which prints ChatGPT with a variable number of dots. So this is great. So it took a little bit of time. So we had that time to see what that code does. And now we are going to try to explain it a little bit. Basically, what we do is to modify a variable every amount of time that is used in the mod line. So that variable is global mod string, and to change that variable every amount of time, we use a timer. So this is the basics of what we do. Now, this is done by the function ChatGPT modline waiting, and there are one argument action. So if the action is start, we are going to start a timer, and if the action is stop, we are going to stop the timer. To start a timer, we use run with timer. The first argument is to say start the timer right away. 0.66, this is the time, the amount of time before we run again that timer, and what we run is the closure that come after the last argument. And in that closure, we see that we set a global mod string to a string ChatGPT that vary, where the dots vary, and they vary following the number idx. So that's it for when we start the action, and we set that timer we assign that timer to the variable ChatGPT timer, such that when we call ChatGPT modline waiting with the argument stop, we can cancel that timer. So we cancel that timer. We set back a global mod string that is used in the modline to nil. And also note that in both cases we call force modline update to be sure that after we've set a global mod string variable, this is taken into account in the modline. Last thing to look at is when do we call ChatGPT modline waiting. So we call that in the function ChatGPT send request. We call it first just before starting the process and sending the request, and we also call ChatGPT modline waiting stop. So we stop the timer and the display in the modline before doing everything in the Sentinel function. So that's it for the display of a waiting widget in the modline while we're waiting for a response from OpenAI. In the next lesson, we will see how to manage OpenAI API key.